What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We're here with another fascinating video in which we selected the top guitar amps available to make your decision easier. If you're interested in learning more about these products, check out the description to find out the most recent costs and details. So without further ado, let's get started. At first, we have the Fender Pro Junior. The overdrive circuit in the Pro Junior 4 tightens the bass response, while enhancing clarity and definition for a tone that, when pushed, snarls with attitude. The typical Fender amp speakers, Jensens, have a lovely articulation and a nice vintage-style breakup when pushed. Besides that, by altering the volume circuit in this case, it is possible to achieve a more linear and progressive breakup as volume rises, making it simpler to precisely dial in tones that range from gleaming and pure to gritty and harsh. Its unique lacquer tweed covering exudes a stylish atmosphere on any stage and has a factory-fresh appearance from the late 1950s. And the vintage-style jewel light, a Fender trademark, tops off the attractive covering and the silvery elegance of the mirrored chrome control panel of this amplifier. Next is Bugera V5 Infinium. The vintage V5's high-definition reverb adds to its outstanding array of tone-shaping possibilities and gives you distinctive sound, the ideal switching touch. Several cherished songs throughout the history of the electric guitar bear the indelible imprint of the all-tube amp's classic style and sound. Moreover, it incorporates Class A technology with an EL84 power stage and a 12AX7 front end here. Also here, the V5 is an expertly made all-tube combo amplifier that produces warm distortion and breakup you've come to adore from the antique megaliths of yesteryear, but in a far more portable and beautiful package. Likewise, the groundbreaking circuit dramatically drives each output tube toward the desired operating point to ensure an equally distributed load and continually monitoring each output tube's performance. Then again, even when AC line voltages fall below normal levels, Infinium adjusts for the effects of aging by automatically changing current levels to maintain your tube sounding as good as new. Next up, we have the Marshall SV20C. The original plexus are fantastic. They contributed to the development of rock and roll as we know it, and many legendary players continue to favor them as their go-to amplifiers. The famed Marshall crunch can only be achieved by turning up the volume, which isn't always doable with a 50 or 100 tube amplifier. The Marshall Studio Vintage is essentially the same amp as a 1959 Super LED, but it has a 20 watt output instead of a 100 watt output, and has a 5 watt knockdown option. Similar to the original, you still need to crank up the volume to get the magnificent breakup, but at 5 watts it's much easier to control, letting you fine-tune it in smaller clubs and pubs. With a 10-inch Celestion VT Junior speaker, it's a fantastic tiny combo that is more portable than a large head and a 4x12. Next is Supro Delta King 10. Supro's Delta King 10 is a 5 watt Class A amplifier featuring a 10-inch speaker and an all-tube signal line. Its combo unit's minimal power consumption results in outstanding headroom and touch sensitivity. Its control knobs and switches can be tweaked to produce a variety of vintage classic rock tones. It contains master volume, boost, and gain settings that may produce a variety of effects, including vintage chime, smooth overdrive, and distortion, with a very musical sound. This amp will give you incredible tones at quiet bedroom volumes, but you may also use it without a microphone for band practice and playing in small to medium clubs. Moreover, it offers a touch-sensitive compression system with enough headroom, thanks to an all-tube signal path. It is a single-end Class A power amplifier that employs a 12A/7 preamp tube and a 6V6 power tube. Next is Fender's 68 Custom Princeton. The Fender Princeton Reverb has long been regarded as the ideal all-valve combo for players seeking a moderate level that is loud enough for intimate performances. The silver panel and aluminum grille cloth trim are included, and mostly it's been modified internally by Fender to better accept pedals, which reduce negative feedback to improve response and activate overdrive slightly faster. Hand-wire valve sockets and specifically manufactured Schumacher transformers can be found underneath the hood. Reverb and tremolo comes powered by tubes which sound wonderful. Also, there is a respectable amount of headroom available, and when you turn up the volume, you'll hear a warm, melodious, and gritty breakdown with its bell-like melody that brings country artists and more. Lastly, we have the Peavey VYPYR X1. This groundbreaking amp helped pave the way for Lastly, we have the Peavey VYPYR X1. This groundbreaking amp helped pave the way for numerous industry firsts, including the first guitar amplifier with onboard USB, stomp box presets, a looper, the ability to operate 5 effects simultaneously, and TransTube, Peavey's groundbreaking analog-digital hybrid technology. This was the first guitar amplifier made with electric, bass, and acoustic instruments. Every VYPYR X comes with Peavey's proprietary TransTube technology, and in addition to sounding better, this true analog distortion frees up the amplifier's processing power so that the VYPYR X could run up to 5 effects at once. Due to their weak digital distortion and practice AMP EQ, many modeling amps simply can't be heard in a live scenario. TransTube technology was created analogically to mimic the sound of real tubes and fits seamlessly into the mix in a live setting. What's more, the knob's LED surround always shows its position in relation to the current setting. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and want to hear more from us, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of our new videos.